This video demonstrates the use of AWS service in an AEM application using AWS Java SDK version 2. The intention of this video is not to explain about the AWS service, but to make use of it in AEM using the available SDK. The prerequisites and the approach to be followed are detailed in my blog post as a written content. Now, for the demo, I have considered a very simple use case to send notification about workflow payload to a mail recipient. Let's say to a content owner or an approver. The service to be used is simple notification service. Since it is a mail recipient, subscription endpoint has to be configured as an email, and as the message is about the workflow payload, the logic for sending notification to the topic has to be implemented in the custom workflow process. In the AWS console, select Simple Notification Service. In the left nav, select Topics, Create Topic. I'm using standard type and a meaningful name to the topic. There are several options available while creating the topic. Significance of the same can be explored from the AWS documentation. For now, let's create the topic. To configure the subscription for the created topic, create subscription. The protocol field displays the list of available subscription. I'm using email and a specific email address. As you can see, the created subscription status is pending confirmation. The configured email address has to confirm subscription as shown here. Back to the console. As you can see, with this we are done with creating a topic and configuring an email subscription. In order to make use of AWS SNS in our AEM project code base, I've mentioned the Maven dependency here in POM file and main POM file, and also in core POM file. In core POM file, it is without version. Then update project from being in core module to reflect the recently added dependency. I've created a custom workflow process, and as a very first step, I have retrieved the access key ID and secret key from the Java system property as mentioned in start.bat file of my local AEM instance, and the same is accessible via bundle context. So for that reason, I have coded the same in the activate method of this OSGI component. And in the execute method, the very first step is to fetch the workflow payload and then frame the message to be sent as a notification. Now, the logic to implement for pushing notification to the creator topic, we have these three simple steps. The first step is to instantiate the SNS client. So if you could observe this line, we are explicitly setting the credentials provider. Ideally, when the credentials are set using credentials file or environment variable or as a Java system property, we need not explicitly mention the credentials provider. However, the way we retrieve the Java system property in AEM is different. We are explicitly creating it as a static credentials provider and using that as an input to the credentials provider. More details about the credentials is explained in the AWS documentation. The details about it with the link is mentioned in my blog post. So next step is to frame the publish request with message as the input and the topic name. This topic ARN is available in the AWS console. And third step is to actually call the publish method with the publish request as the input. And then finally I've handled all the exception that is available as part of the API documentation. With this, we are done with the implementation from the coding standpoint. I have deployed the code in my local AEM instance. As you can see in the imported packages section, the SNS APIs are getting resolved from the custom OSDI bundle that I created using Maven bundle plugin in a separate simple Maven project outside this project code base. This is explained in my previous blog post. Now, to test the functionality, let's create a workflow model. Configure the process step wherein the process will be our newly created process. Push notification to SNS is the process label that I configured. Sync the changes. Let's trigger the workflow on any of the content or any assert. I'm picking one of the vRetail pages. Now let's head to the configured mailbox to see if the message is delivered. As you can see, the message sent from the code is available. We can arrive at several possible use cases making use of other AWS service in an AEM application. I will try to cover the same in the upcoming posts. Thank you.